Hi, I'm Caleb Nelson with Earthheart Naturals. We're introducing the Jack's Beansock Garden. This is a unit that you can use at home and plant just about anything you want in it. Today we're going to be planting some vegetables. These are pre-grown veggie plants, tomatoes, peppers, got some cabbage, and a couple other things. But if you notice, we've already had these started. So this is going to be how most of you are going to buy your plants ahead of time, but then they can easily be transplanted into our Jack's Beansock Garden. This can be put on your back porch, on the deck, sidewalk. It's just a matter of being able to keep it watered, keep it in the sun during the day, and this is also going to be more frost resistant, so you're going to be able to grow further into the fall and start out earlier in the spring. So as you can see, I've planted a few of our tomato plants. I've got some peppers here. And if you look close, the reason we call it a bean sock garden is because we literally are using a sock-like material to hold in our soil medium. Now this is not dirt. What this comes pre-shipped with is an organic blend, and it's our own proprietary blend of different organic materials that make up a soil base for your plants to grow in. Now the benefit to this is, as I mentioned before, this is mold resistant, it's bacteria resistant, but it is not in any way harmful to any of the normal bacteria that live in this plant, that need to be in this plant. It complements their growing so that the further out their roots go, they're going into an environment that's conducive to them feeding like a normal plant would. But since we are controlling the environment that they live in, we're going to keep out bad things such as bacteria, mold, fungus. The other advantage to this is that we get to control what they're getting fed and watered with this spout right here. It automatically waters itself, and with the special Earthheart Naturals plant foods that get fed through the water, they feed themselves as well. So I'm going to show you how we did this. You just take your knife and you're going to cut an appropriate size hole for the size plant. So we're going to put this big tomato plant in here. You just get a hole started. And this can be reused again next year. By the way, you're going to be able to grow your plants a much longer period of time in this as well, because you can bring it indoors. So we've got this large tomato plant. I'm going to fracture the roots a little bit in the soil so when we pull it out, shake off some of the excess dirt. So here we've got my roots. I'm going to take my hand in here and manipulate some of that soil medium out of the way. I'm going to work the tomato plant in there, and I can continue to move things out of the way and make room. That's the other nice thing about the soil medium, is it moves around nice. It's not hard like dirt. So now I can pack that in there nicely. And you're also going to notice I have some more room here for some other plants. I'm going to put some cabbage in here, possibly some broccoli if I've got some room for it. So I can put here, here, and it's going to grow outwards and upwards. And then if you notice these right here, these are for additional supports as the plants get taller. So you can do little bamboo stakes, or you can put in some fence posts, however you want to do it. And if you want to get really creative, you could put some small decorative flowers that would border the whole thing too, if you want it to look nice on your porch or deck. But what we've done here is we have created a growing machine for your vegetables. And we're going to check back later on this same exact unit after we've started to see some establishment of the plants, after the roots have gone out and made their own environment. These will all complement each other and grow together nicely. Alright, so we just wanted you to take one last look. We planted everything. We've got broccoli, cabbage, peppers, and we got about 4 different kinds of tomatoes. And we got them all in one Jack's Beansock garden. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you how simple it is to feed and water your plants. So we've got a nice watering jug here, and I already have my mixed all-purpose Earthheart Naturals plant food. And we're simply going to fill the bottom canister. And you know you got it full when it overflows. And if you run out and your jug, before it overflows, you know you got a little more room. And you can look in there and see exactly where you're at. This is designed to siphon the water up into that bean sock. It has a special mechanism inside that self-waters. It won't water too much. It takes exactly what it needs, and since the plant food is in the water already, there's nothing else you have to do. And as we also talked about, it's naturally fungus resistant. So more than likely you're not going to get any type of blight or anything on your plants because it's being fed with all natural plant food, and then the environment that it's living in is not conducive to having any type of bacteria or fungus in it. So keep that in mind, that it's going to be a very, very worry-free growing environment. Very easy for you to take care of your plants as they grow and produce homegrown veggies. Thanks for tuning in. This is Caleb with Earth Heart Naturals, and we'll see you next time.